Welcome to Darlington Speedway for the second race of the Piston Cup Series Season 3 as we head to the iconic Darlington Speedway in Darlington, South Carolina. It's a throwback race with a couple of drivers throwing back to some old schemes that you might remember. And now, let's head to the starting order. For the first time, we're at Darlington, and speaking of throwback races, what a throwback it would be for Sergio Bell, our pole sitter, to finally get his second career victory after not winning a single race in Season 1. It's Ryan Reynolds, Sergio Bell in the front row, who will lead us to the green flag here at Darlington for the second race of Piston Cup Series Season 3. Side by side as they enter Turn 1, Sergio Bell in the bottom lane getting a great push by Marcus Aurelius, as Sergio Bell will go to that high lane a bit, it goes back to the lower lane, and now Marcus Aurelius, Sergio Bell working together here, but Aurelius will go to the inside of Sergio Bell, the rookie, trying to get his first win in Holy Fox camera angle. Marcus Aurelius will pass Sergio Bell for the lead, the rookie, trying to win his very first race. He'll lead the very first lap of Darlington. And it's hauling ass another rookie on that inside lane, drafting with the fellow rookie Aurelius as they pass Sergio Bell together. Hauling ass led 2 laps last week at Daytona, and today she's throwing back to her dad and crew chief, Bob Cockass, and running his Season 2 scheme this race. Can she win a race in her dad's paint scheme as she goes side by side into Turn 3 with Aurelius side by side for the lead? And here comes hauling ass on that inside lane with a big burst of speed. Hauling ass looking to lead with her father's scheme is not going to happen there. Marcus Aurelius will lead the second lap as well, as Sergio Bell is now working with hauling ass on the bottom lane, and Sergio Bell back on the second, passes Aurelius. Ryan Reynolds now on the inside of Aurelius. Aurelius losing a lot of positions on that high lane, not where you want to be, but Sergio Bell trying to get back to the lead and lead a single lap after losing the lead on lap 1. Our pole sitter, can he get back into the lead of this race? But it's hauling ass who will lead a lap using her father's scheme. You'll love to see it. I'm sure Bob Cockass is happy on top of that crew chief seeing that scheme in first place with his daughter, but it's Sergio Bell back to the lead. Our pole sitter leading yet again. Can he get his second career win in his career, as Captain Fatfuck looking to the inside? Ryan Reynolds does not move there. Aurelius to the inside of Sergio Bell. These two have been the class of the field so far, and Aurelius will regain the lead. Marcus Aurelius will going to be his third lead lap of the race, but Sergio Bell is not done yet. He still wants to lead at least one lap. I'm sure he wants to win, as Sergio Bell on the inside lane will pass Marcus Aurelius. Ryan Reynolds passing Aurelius. Hauling ass passing Aurelius. Ryan Gosling as well on that bottom lane. And now Ryan Reynolds, the Daytona 500 winner from last season, going to the inside of Sergio Bell. Ryan Reynolds was in the championship race last season, trying to make a similar season this season, as Ryan Reynolds will go to the lead of the race. And it's Sergio Bell who falls in the second place, still hasn't led a lap yet. If you lead a lap, you'll get that lap bonus into your total points for the race. And speaking of the race, we have the old ticker back for this race. Totally not because the one I used last race for some reason did not work for Darlington. It's because it's the throwback race, and this new and we're using the old ticker for the throwback race. This hauling ass throwing it back to her father is going to take the lead here at Darlington, back into the lead. And it's Captain Fatfoot for Tax Evasion Racing, looking to pass Sergio Bell for second place, is not able to do it there. He's trying to get his first win for himself and Tax Evasion Racing, but Sergio Bell passing his teammates for the lead. The two Benya drivers dominating here today. But it's Captain Fatfuck in that tax evasion racing car. They haven't won out of 3 seasons of trying. Can their luck change here today? As Captain Fatfuck will go side by Sergio Bell and take the lead at Darlington. Can he finally get his first win for himself and his team after over 2 seasons? We're in season 3 now. This is their 27th race, still without a win. But it's Sergio Bell. He's got a streak of his own, trying to end it here today. Can Sergio Bell get a second career victory? Like I said a million times already. He's right behind Captain Fatfuck coming up turn 2. It's Clint Boner is in this top 5 now. Sergio Bell to the inside of Captain Fatfuck. And we have a group of 5 cars now kind of pushing themselves away from the rest of the field. EDP enters the battle here. He's won 3 races. If he wins today, he ties Walter White for the most wins in series history. And speaking of wins, Captain Fatfuck trying to get his first win. Can his luck change here today? I think it might, as Clint Boner is just losing multiple positions now. He hits the wall a bit. You're going to see that a lot tonight. People trying to get their Darlington stripes. As Sergio Bell goes to the inside of Captain Fatfuck side by side for the lead at Darlington. Coming out of turn 4, Sergio Bell's going to have to battle Captain Fatfuck and Marcus Aurelius, 2 of the 3 drivers who led so far here today. If he wants to get to that lead and potentially the win, he's got EDP behind him, the 3-time winner. We've got a mix of drivers who've won before. Sergio Bell with 1 to win, EDP with 3. But for most part, most of the drivers up here have never won a race. I mean, Ryan Reynolds won Daytona as well. But besides those 3, everyone up here is still looking for their first career victory, as Sergio Bell will go to the inside of Captain Fatfuck, and he finally passed him here. He's been having some trouble lately, and I don't know if he's able to get them there. He's going to need some more help to pass him. He has not been able to pass Captain Fatfuck these past couple of laps, as Sergio Bell is able to pass EDP. EDP losing multiple positions, and now Sergio Bell has his teammate hauling ass right behind him in 2nd and 3rd. Can the Ben-Year drivers work together to pass Captain Fatfuck? Captain Fatfuck led at Daytona last week. He's leading again at Darlington today, determined to get that first victory of his career here today. But can it finally happen for him? But it's Sergio Bell trying to dash those dreams with help from his teammate on the bottom lane. And now that still has not passed him. And now his teammate trying to make a move here, trying to pass him on the outside lane, is unable to do so. And that's not what Sergio Bell wants. Losing a teammate who could potentially help you pass the leader and get your second win of your career. As it goes to the inside yet again. These 2 have been battling over and over again. The bottom lane is expected to be the dominant one, but so far he has not been able to pass for a lead. Almost everyone else who's gone on the top lane is unable to keep their position, and they usually fall down the order. But Captain Fatfuck with an amazing race, as we see there, Clint Boner, Aurelius losing position to that top lane, but Fatfuck on that top lane is just too good, and he's just driving an amazing race. I mean, his team has had some fast cars this season. They are determined to get their first win, but Sergio Bell on the bottom lane with help from EDP, one of the winningest drivers in the series. Helping him on the bottom lane is Ryan Gosling in 4th as well. It's been a great start for Toyota this season. Gustavo Fring won at Daytona, and it's Captain Fatfuck, Sergio Bell, 2 Toyotas battling it out here today at Darlington, from 3 different drivers from 3 different teams, but they are all Toyotas. A great start for the season for Toyota. I feel like it's usually Chevy and then Ford as the 2 most dominant teams, and Toyota's usually been the 3rd strong, but that might change here in season 3 as Sergio Bell side by side with fellow Toyota driver Captain Fatfuck. Can he finally pass Captain Fatfuck this lap? Does not look like it, but it's Ryan Gosling and LeBron James, the season 2 champion, working together. Someone's got to pass Sergio Bell. If you can't make the move for the lead, let someone else have it, as Captain Fatfuck is still in the lead. It might not be Sergio Bell's It might not be Sergio Bell with a problem. It might just be that Captain Fatfuck is literally just this good and this talented. Here in season 3, he has 3 seasons of experience. He can finally turn those skills into the win if he's able to keep up the pace he's having here today. Sergio Bell, at multiple laps passing by, still has not passed him, but Ryan Gosling, with a big burst of speed on the outside lane, is not able to do it there. He's going to get passed by multiple drivers as he gets a little loose there. LeBron, the Season 2 champion, into third place. EDP, one of the winningest drivers in the fourth. Ryan Gosling hits the wall. Sergio Bell to the inside with some help from LeBron and EDP. Sergio Bell, can he finally make the pass for this lead after multiple laps of not doing jack shit? Sergio Bell has not led a lap here today. If you lead at least a single lap, you can get 1 bonus point. But it looks like Tax Evasion's racing driver, Captain Fatfuck, is going to get 2 points for the most led laps here today so far if he keeps his current pace up. As we see LeBron, Ryan Gosling, and Pinkman all in that outside lane losing positions. It really is just that Captain Fatfuck's that good as Sergio Bell goes to the inside. These drivers are going to have to at least make 1 pit stop this race. It's a 1 pit stop race if you're able to save your fuel correctly. If you're unlucky, you might have to pit right at the end if you don't save your fuel up enough. But we'll see how this strategy race works out. And there's now a gap between LeBron, Ryan Reynolds, and this lead pack here. Don't know what's happening there. EDP, Boner, Sergio Bell, Captain Fuck pulling away from the rest of the field as Sergio Bell is right on Captain Fatfuck's tail. And it's Marcus Aurelius and Haul & Ass, 2 drivers who led early in the race that are falling through the order. LeBron and Ryan Gosling still not able to get in that bottom lane. And Captain Fatfuck, it's just finally the chance for Sergio Bell to pass him. Does not look like that Clint Boner on the top lane. EDP trying to pass Boner. Potentially Bell if Bell's unable to pass Captain Fatfuck for this lead. As Clint Boner getting some pressure from Takuma Fujiwara. A great start for Takuma Fujiwara. Was leading in overtime at Daytona. Could have won it. Looks like there's going to be another top 10 for him here today if he's able to hold on for the rest of the field. But we still got a lot of laps left, and that's a lot of laps for Sergio Bell to finally pass Captain Fatfuck, or potentially someone else like EDP, Clint Boner. It could be anyone if they're able to pass Sergio Bell and fight for Captain Fatfuck for the lead here at Darlington. We have a couple of drivers during throwbacks. The only one you can really see right now is Haul & Ass, but I know a few drivers chose to do some. Soldier Boy is throwing it back to the Season 1 scheme. Lewis Hamlin throwing it back to his cousin, Denny Hamilton, who died at Germany, throwing it back to his paint scheme. So, great to see that. I mean, you haven't seen any of them besides Haul & Ass. She's been the only one with the throwback at the start and at the front of the field. I know Shaq, not really a throwback, but throwing a Bob Ross kind of scheme, so kind of a throwback, not to a particular driver, but we all love Bob Ross, am I right? As Captain Fatfuck is side by side with Sergio Bell for a lead yet again. It's Takuma Fujiwara, another Toyota. The Toyotas with the top 3 positions right now. In 4th place is Haul & Ass, the Benier teammate of Sergio Bell. Captain Fatfuck is just too good on that top lane. The bottom is not able to pass him here at this race. He's the only driver to do that. Takuma Fujiwara tries it, and he cannot do that. Thought maybe he was a Toyota, and maybe he could do it as well. As the rest of this field is catching up. I mean, for a while we had the front of the field being way ahead of everybody else as Takuma hits the fence. But the rest of the field kind of catching up, and this lead pack is just getting bigger and bigger as the laps go on. And we will see how this race turns out around over 30 laps left in this race. As Haul & Ass trying to pass her teammate is unable to do so, and she just cannot work that top lane. No one can work that top lane like Captain Fatfuck is. An impressive drive from Captain Fatfuck, the leader of men, leader of Tax Evasion Racing, and can the leader of Tax Evasion Racing fittingly get them their first win of the series. It's been a really good start for them this season, both for Fatfuck and his team as a whole. Cage and him led laps at Daytona last week. He's leading laps here today, but it might end right now. Sergio Bell to the inside, and he will finally pass Captain Fatfuck for the lead. Sergio Bell has not led a single lap, but he's been up here all day. The pole sitter back to the lead. Can he finally lead a lap? It's Marcus Aurelius, another driver who's led multiple laps here today, who will go to the inside lane. Sergio Bell trying to lead for at least 1 lap to get that lap bonus. And after trying for so many laps to pass Captain Fatfuck, Sergio Bell does not have the same talents to drive on that top lane as Marcus Aurelius will lead the lap, but Sergio Bell is still determined to fight back for the lead, and Sergio Bell takes it back, and he at least hold on to the lead for at least one lap. I know I'm supposed to be impartial here, but I'm kind of hoping Sergio Bell can at least lead one lap after all he's done here today. But EDP goes to the inside. He wants this lap bonus. He wants this win. If he gets this win, he ties with Walter White for the most wins in series history. And he passes Sergio Bell for the lead. Sergio Bell, loss of talent, can't lead a single lap here at Darlington despite starting in P1, despite getting in the top 5 in his 2 Toyotas, Captain Fatfuck and Sergio Bell, who led so many laps here today. They battled so many laps here today, but they're just falling. All these drivers passing on the inside lane. I think Captain Fatfuck's getting slowed down by Sergio Bell. Captain Fatfuck, the only driver able to drive on that top lane, but Sergio Bell is slowing him down, who's also in the top lane. EDP trying to make it work there, but he's not able to. And it's Holland and Marcus Aurelius. These two rookies led a lot of laps here today, trying to work together to pass this veteran EDP. And Holland is back to the lead. I love to see her throwing it back to her dad's paint scheme from season 2 and potentially getting her first win, her dad's first win as a crew chief. He didn't win last season. He chose to retire so his daughter could live out his dream. But it's Marcus Aurelius and Jesse Pinkman, our first takers here for the pit stops here at Darlington. Aurelius led a couple laps. Sergio Bell, our pole sitter, who's been in the top 5 a lot of the today. Same thing with Captain Fatfuck. Led the most laps so far here today. He's been in the top 5 most of the day. Shaq's in, Walter White's in, Dexter Morgan's in, Nelson's in, Hammond's in. Oh, Richard Hammond, he's throwing back to his season 2 paint scheme, and he's down pit road. As we get the first batch of drivers pitting, we'll see who else comes down. It's going to be Clint Boner, Ryan Gosling, EDP. EDP's led a couple laps, but it's Holland one of the drivers who led a lot of the laps here today, that is still going to stay out and potentially be part of the third group of drivers who pit. As this second group of drivers pits, we'll see what's the best strategy for Darlington. Do you want to stay out, or do you want to come in early and just warm up those tires? As Marcus Aurelius will win the race off of pit road for this first group of drivers who pitted. Then it's Aurelius and LeBron, and then Sergio Bell. I think he lost a position to LeBron. And Sergio Bell, the pole sitter, might get out of the top 5 depending how this pit stop cycle works. Jesse Pinkman, second of those first drivers to pit. Holland one of the drivers who led the most laps here today, is down pit road. She's, I think, the one who stayed out the longest, as we're on lap 29, over halfway through this race. These drivers making their one and hopefully their only stop, if they're able to field manage well enough to make it for the rest of the race. They're all hoping to not have an overtime finish, as Hardick will beat out the Rock off of pit road. Sergio Bell is coming now. You see all these pit drivers coming out. LeBron James passing them, passes Fujiwara, and here comes Ryan Gosling, EDP. They're going to be right next to Jesse Pinkman and the leader of this race, Marcus Aurelius. Ryan Gosling makes contact with Aurelius and EDP. They go 3 wide. I do not know how they did not spin out there and cause the caution, but Ryan Gosling is able to save it there. And there you see how much these drivers are racing out of pit road, wanting to hold on to their position or at least gain some there. And they almost took each other out, trying to get any position they can here at Darlington. Every position matters in Pit Stand Cup Series, as Aurelius goes to the inside of Jesse Pinkman, side by side. Clint Boner ahead of them, and I think this is the battle for second place, as Aurelius will pass Jesse Pinkman. Clint Boner, our leader here right now. Aurelius in second place, trying to get back to the lead. 2 Toyotas, Jesse Pinkman and Aurelius working together to pass Clint Boner. Like I said, the Toyota has just been very good here today. Fat fucking Bell battling for multiple laps now. It's Jesse Pinkman and Marcus Aurelius battling for the lead. It's just been a very good race for Toyota this race and this season, as they're side by side for the lead. Aurelius trying to get back to the lead. Jesse Pinkman has not led at all today, but he at least wants to lead one lap. He also wants to get his first career win. Aurelius and Pinkman battling it out for their first career wins. Boner also looking for his first career win. And then you just got EDP, who's just trying to spoil the fun and tie Walter White for the most wins. Jesse Pinkman trying to help his teammate Walter White hold on to that record if he's able to hold off EDP. And here's hauling ass with Sergio Bell, two Pioneer drivers now battling for 5th place. Teammates battling for 5th place. Both of them were up in the top 3 multiple times here today, and the pole sitter will pass his teammate. LeBron James, Ryan Gosling rounding out your top 10 along with Fujiwara, as Clint Boner working with EDP on the bottom lane trying to pass Jesse Pinkman, and they were able to do so. Jesse Pinkman gets a little loose on that top lane. Again, I think Captain Fatfuck's been the best top lane driver. We'll see if he's able to work through the field again. I think Fatfuck got fucked by that pit stop cycle, and he's out of the top 10 right now. And it's Clint Boner for Stewart's Ass Racing trying to get the lead here, and he will. Clint Boner trying to get his first career victory, and now he's going to work with fellow rookie Aurelius on that top lane. EDP on the bottom lane. EDP trying to tie for the most wins in series history. It's a throwback race, and EDP can make history tonight. But will he be able to? He's got one driver from him and a record. Clint Boner trying to hold him off. The Ford versus the Volvo as we get some damn, there's a lot of lag. Aurelius side by side with Pinkman. EDP side by side with Boner. And EDP will take the lead here at Darlington. I think Boner hits the wall, and we'll be right back after this.
Fuck you, Baltimore!
If you're dumb enough to buy a new car this weekend,
You're a big enough schmuck to come to Big Bill Hell's Cars!
bad deal.
Cars that break down!
Thieves.
If you think you're gonna find a bargain at Big Bill,
You can kiss my ass.
it's our belief that you're such a stupid motherfucker!
You'll fall for this bullshit.
Guaranteed!
If you find a better deal,
Shove it up your ugly ass!
you heard us right.
Shove it up your ugly ass!
Bring your tray.
Bring your title!
Bring your wife.
We'll fuck her!
That's right, we'll fuck your wife.
Because at Big Bill Hell,
You're fucked 6 ways from Sunday.
take a hike
to Big Bill Hell.
home of challenge pissing!
That's right.
Challenge pissing!
How does it work?
If you can piss 6 feet in the air straight up and not get wet,
You get no down payment.
don't wait!
Don't delay.
Don't fuck with us or we'll rip your nuts off!
Only at Big Bill Hell.
The only dealer that tells you to fuck off!
Hurry up, asshole.
This event ends the minute after you write us a check.
And it better not bounce or you're a dead motherfucker.
Go to hell!
Big Bill Hell's Cars.
Baltimore's filthiest
And exclusive on one of the meanest sons of bitches in the state of Maryland.
guaranteed!
Welcome back to Darlington. EDP led all the laps under that ad break, but it's Clint Boner back to the lead with the help of Marcus Aurelius. We're in a bit of a lag storm. We're hoping for the projections say lap 40, lap 41, so when the lag will stop. We'll see if that happens. Fujiwara side by side with Haulin' Ass for 4th. And this is just, this is watching Google Slides presentation. It's clearing up now, and the lag storm is behind us as Clint Boner leading here at Darlington. But it's Aurelius on the inside trying to get back to the lead for his team and for Toyota. They've been dominant so far. Can they get back-to-back wins for Toyota here in the Piston Cup Series? And Aurelius is looking to do just that. Goes the inside of Clint Boner for the lead at Darlington in that sexy martini scheme. That's a bit of, that's his main scheme. That's a bit of a throwback. The martini car, iconic. But Aurelius will not get the lead there. Clint Boner will hold on to it. I think we all love to hold on to Boners. As Clint Boner in the lead, and it's Haulin' Ass back in 4th place, trying to catch up with these drivers. LeBron, Fujiwara, Pinkman hits the wall there. Dylan Elliott into the top 10. Where the fuck did Dylan Elliott come from? He's into the top 10. LeBron James side by side with Haulin' Ass losing some spaces. Fujiwara right behind LeBron James, and it's Haulin' Ass on that top lane. And here's the lead. Aurelius will pass Clint Boner for the lead. EDP passes Boner for 2nd. Boner is losing some positions on that high lane, and it's Marcus Aurelius back to the lead for Toyota. Can he finally finish it off for Toyota? He's already finished off the Boner, and EDP goes to the inside of Aurelius. It's EDP and a Boner working together. I don't know if we want to see that. I think someone should call the cops right now, as Aurelius will fend off the Boner. EDP has 3 career wins, but he joined LeDrink Motorsports at the end of season 2. Has not won with that team yet. Can he get LeDrink Motorsports' first win in the series. Aurelius looking for the first win for Gabe's biggest inspirations in their second race in the sport. Same thing with Hall and Ass for Benyer, trying to get their first win for Benyer. Ryan Gosling and Ryan Reynolds side by side for the last position in the top 10. The two Ryans battling it out, teammates battling out. It's EDP. It's kind of forming a gap. Look at this gap between third place and fourth and fifth place as LeBron is creeping in there. The defending series champion is going to go to fifth place now into the top 5. Dylan Elliott passes Hall and Ass. Sergio Bell passes his teammate. Hall and Ass has been up and down like a yo-yo here today. Hits the wall there. That's not good. Getting a Darlington stripe, and LeBron James looking the inside of Fujiwara with the help of Dylan fucking Elliott. I cannot believe Dylan Elliott is fighting for top 5 positions. I mean, he's been kind of mid his whole career, I'm going to be honest. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen him in the top 5. As Clint Boner goes to the inside, trying to work with Aurelius, but EDP will come off there as we head to around 10 laps left in this race. EDP looking to tie Walter White for the most wins in the series and help his case to be the GOAT. Walter White and EDP fighting for legacy, but it's Clint Boner and Marcus Aurelius fighting for the newer rookies in the field, trying to get their first wins. It's a veteran versus two rookies. Can the rookies work together to fend off EDP? And it's Boner and EDP side by side for the lead, and Clint Boner is back into first place. Aurelius back in second place. A great move from him there to slingshot him past EDP. We had overtime back at Daytona. Will it happen again here at Darlington as Aurelius goes to the inside of Clint Boner? Aurelius is looking back to get into the lead. A great three-way here between Aurelius, Boner, and EDP. I need to watch what I'm saying. Holy shit. And it's Boner and Aurelius side by side for the lead. Less than 10 laps to go. Boner will fall into third place. Cannot make that high line work. EDP right behind Aurelius. Please, no one clip that from earlier. And it's Dylan Elliott in fourth, leading the second pack. Can he catch this first pack? Dylan Elliott has not had a single top 5 in his career. His highest finish is second, and he's currently in fourth. But it's these three drivers battling for the lead up in the front. A huge gap between them and the rest of the field. Still a great race for Dylan Elliott. I'm proud of him. I'm hoping he holds on to that top 5 position, gets his first top 5. And it's Aurelius and Boner on the bottom lane working together, passing EDP. The laps winding down. This has been a great battle between the top 3. All of them look like they could win the race here today. Clint Boner goes to the inside of Aurelius, side by side for the lead between the rookies, both hungry for their first career victory in the Paystone Cup Series. And it's Boner who will pass Aurelius for the lead. Aurelius was the very last pick of the Season 3 draft. Clint Boner was drafted in the first round, but a great drive from the rookie there, battling with a first rounder for the lead. But Aurelius kind of losing some speed here. These two are pulling away from Aurelius as EDP goes to the inside of Clint Boner. EDP, can this be the day that he ties Walter White for the most wins? He goes to the inside of Boner, side by side, coming out of 4, and EDP will regain the lead. And here comes the second pack. These two are battling for the lead. They're slowing each other down. And the second pack has catched up to these leaders, led by Dylan Elliott. Bell and Pinkman, leaders from earlier in the second pack as well, but at the very end of it. And Dylan Elliott will pass Clint Boner for third place. Dylan Elliott's best finish in the series was 6th place at the very first race at Daytona. He's been waiting 3 seasons from this, and he might finally do it. He's only had 2 top 10s in his career, and now he's in third place at Darlington. And we're coming to 6 laps to go. EDP trying to tie the record for the winningest driver in the series history, but it's Aurelius on the inside lane, the rookie, trying to get his first win. And it's Dylan Elliott right behind Aurelius. He has 1 car to go. Aurelius might be trying to get his first win of his career, but it's Dylan Elliott on the inside. Aurelius is trying to wait only 2 races to get his first win, but it's Dylan Elliott on the bottom lane. He's waited every single race of Paystone Cup Series to do this. He's to the lead at Darlington. He might actually do it. The laps are coming down. Dylan Elliott, your leader here at Darlington. Gustavo Fring another driver who's raced all the races so far in Piston Cup Series, all 3 seasons, all the single races. He won last week at Daytona. Can Dylan Elliott continue the streak for the veterans and get his first career win alongside Gustavo Fring? But Aurelius is trying to spoil Dylan Elliott's party, but Dylan Elliott with some speed on the top lane, that speed that I haven't seen other than Captain Fatfuck here today. And it's Aurelius on the bottom lane trying to end Dylan Elliott's dreams, and Aurelius to the lead, the rookie dashing the veterans' hopes. It's the laps coming down. EDP trying to get back into this lead. Haul Ass, who also led laps earlier, is joining this fight. A 4-way battle for the lead, but it's Dylan Elliott on the inside. Back to the lead of this race. What an amazing story it would be if Dylan Elliott finally got it done in Piston Cup Series. Aurelius hits the wall, and he's going to lose some positions here. He's lost it to Dylan Elliott. It's going to be side by side between Aurelius and the EDP. Going into turns 1 and 2, Dylan Elliott has some speed getting away from these drivers. Hauling ass side by side with Ryan Gosling trying to hold on to a top 5 position. They're side by side for 4th place. EDP going the inside for 2nd place, but it's this battle between Haulin' Ass and Ryan Gosling. And here's Captain Fatfuck, who led so many laps. He led the most laps here today, but Captain Fatfuck runs out of fuel with 2 laps to go as the leader heads us to 2 laps to go. Homelander also in pit road, and now that's a factor to go in. We have these drivers who are running out of fuel. These drivers need to save on fuel. Could we see a fuel mileage race here? And it's Dylan Elliott. He just has to hold on. Can he hold on to this lead? But he's got EDP coming down on him, trying to become the winningest driver in series history. And it's Dylan Elliott. He just has to hold on for 1 more lap. Can he do it? Dylan Elliott leading with the white flag in the air. Dylan Elliott, his best finish was at Daytona at the very first race of the series in season 1. He finished 6th in that race, and that was one of his only 2 top 10 so far in his career. He's got EDP barreling down on him, the winningest driver, trying to chase down Dylan Elliott and end his dreams. But I don't think it's enough. Dylan Elliott is not coming down pit road. He finished 31st and 34th in points in season 1 and 2. But it's a brand new season of Piston Cup Series. Dylan Elliott has finally done it. After 27 tries, we'll finally get Dylan Elliott his first career victory. He joins Gustavo Fring as the season 1 veterans are winning so far here in Piston Cup Series season 3. What a win for Elliott. Going to laps led, Captain Fatfuck led 17 laps. He'll get 2 bonus points for that, which is good for him because he's going to finish in like the 30s or 40s after pitting at the very end of the race and running out of fuel. EDP finished 2nd here today and had the 2nd most laps led here today with 14. Aurelius with 7 laps led. Dylan Elliott with 6 laps for 2391 Racing. Clint Boner with 5 laps. Haulin' Ass with 4. She led laps at Daytona and Darlington now. Same thing with Captain Fatfuck. Baby Driver led 2 laps under that green flag pit stop cycle. I think the same thing with Ryan Reynolds, as he also leads 2 laps here today. We're 2 races into the season. We're already seeing a trend here. Gustavo Fring won last week. Dylan Elliott wins here today. 2 drivers who've been racing since season 1. There are 16 drivers who are still racing in Piston Cup Series since season 1. And now with Fring and Elliott's wins, 10 of them have won so far. But there's 6 drivers from season 1 still racing, still looking for that first win. EDP in 2nd, Ryan Reynolds in 3rd, other veterans, but they have won races respectively. 4th is Haulin' Ass, led some laps here today. 5th is Clint Boner, and it's in 6th is Marcus Aurelius. Those 3 all led laps here today. Ryan Gosling in 7th, Fujiwara with 8th. 2 top 10 so far for the rookie. 9th is Sergio Bell, our pole sitter, and he will fall all the way to 9th, and he did not lead a single lap despite being in the fight almost the entire race. 10th is Baby Driver, and then 11th is Richard Hammond, one of those veterans looking for the first win in the throwback car. Will the luck change for him? The Rock in 17th, another Season 1 driver trying to look for their first win. Going through the field, Vaughn Riley in 34th is the final driver who finished on the lead lap. It's a horrible race for Crosshair Performance Racing in 21st, 26th, and 34th. Same thing goes for Los Poltermouth Racing. Walter White in 24th. Oppenheimer 29th. Gustavo Fring in 35th. First driver a lap down. I mean, he won at Daytona last week, and now he's in 35th, a lap down. Same thing with Jesse Pinkman. I think they both ran out of fuel. LeBron a lap down. O'Neal a lap down. These are all drivers who ran out of fuel at the very end, and they're going to cost them. Hamlin in 39th with a lap down. Captain Fat Fuck, he led the most laps here today. He looked like the most dominant driver here today. But these pit stops, man, he got out of the top 10 with the first pit stop. He didn't save on fuel well enough. Bad strategy so far. I mean, in this race for his team. He finishes a lap down. Luckily, he gets the 2-lap bonus, but not going to do much to his total points. As Homelander finishes a lap down in 41st and 42nd. Is Hunt a lap down and did not qualify for this race. John Cena, Lightning McQueen, and Paige Callahan. The Unk EDP still got that, leading the points. And how about that? Dylan Elliott, 31st in points in season 1 out of 34 drivers. And I think like 34th or 36th in points last season. And he's now second place, 1 point from leading the most points. How about that? Amazing story here in season 3. Glad he finally got it done. Fujiwara, the rookie, 71 points. Bell with 70 points. The Rock with 65 and Cage with 64. 2 drivers from season 1 who still haven't won. Going from this trend, that might end this season. Boner with 61. Nami with 61. Gustavo Fring, last week's winner, falls all the way down to 10th in points. 11th is Baby Driver, followed by Dante, Meteor Motorfuck, Shaq, Aurelius, and it's hauling ass in that final position so far for the playoffs. In season 1, champion Homelander down in 18th. Ryan Gosling with a top 10 today, jumps him to 21st in points after DNFing at Daytona. Oppenheimer, who was 16th in points last race, now in 22nd. Hunt in 23rd. Winchester Brothers in 24th. Lebowski in 25th. Bronny James in 26th. Nelson in 27th. Captain Fat Fuck could have gotten so many points today. Could be in the top 16 points, but in 28th in points. Just bad luck for him this season. Doof in 29th. Chris Pratt in 30th. Richard Hammond, after not qualifying at Daytona, is now in 31st in points. 32nd is Karma Police. Then it's Bobby, Boo. You just go down the list. Our defending champion, LeBron James, 41st in points. What timeline are we in? LeBron's in 41st in points. Dylan Elliott is in 2nd. 42nd is McQueen. Again, what the fuck? 43rd is Cage. I think that's a mistake. 24th is Callahan, and 45th is Lewis Hamlin. About to go to Dylan Elliott's burnout, but here's the constructors. Last River Motorsports still in first with 205. 12 points behind them is LeDrink Motorsports. A point behind them is Rock Hard Racing. And fourth is 2391 Racing, who had their driver Dylan Elliott win here today. Banger tied for fourth with 187 points. Still in sixth in the points is GBI. I think I fucked up the number there, but they're at 6 in points, trust me. Seventh is Team USA Racing. The defending Constructors champion is down all the way in 7th. In 8th is Los Poltermouth Racing. They won Daytona, but a horrible race here today. Puts them all the way to 8th in the standings. In 9th is Stuart Sass Racing. And 10th is the Season 1 Constructors champions, Crosshair Petronas Patriot Racing. Dead last is Tax Evasion Racing. Now let's head on down to see Dylan Elliott's first ever burnout.